Good morning, it's Rachel here and I am back with my block. So I'll update you with what I've done. I did some canthus stitch there. I don't know if you can see that. And I've done seed stitch here. And I wanted to do a little bit of embroidery in here, and I'll probably do some embroidery up here as well. And I haven't decided about that bit there. I also, on these stripes, just did a similar colour perlé cotton number 8 and just did 2 rows of stitching. Okay, so fancy flowers. So we're going to talk about composition today. And the other thing I was going to do was I'll do it in a separate video. I don't know whether I'll publish it. Today's Tuesday, but because I'll be doing this in bits, this video, but whether I don't know if I'll get that done for tomorrow, for Wednesday, the tea dyeing, or whether I'll just do it in a separate video, maybe post it on Thursday. Okay, so I'm thinking, as far as my composition, I want to have a possibly a focal point, and then I'm going to put flowers around my focal point. And I can't decide whether I like this lady. I printed her on some antique hemp. It's one of my antique postcards. This is one of my antique, it's all antique, isn't it? Holy Communion cards, which I really like as well. Or this beautiful postcard that I have, and that's a Leonardo da Vinci drawing. So, and I might trim that off, I don't know. But I'm going to do all my fancy flowers around it like a frame sort of thing. That was my thought, to do something different. So then I was thinking, what do I want to do? So I think I'll decide this once I sort of figure out my flower part. I have this box here where I have in the past cut out flowers, and I don't know whether I'll use these. I've got some embroidered ones. I wouldn't cut that out. I mean, I wouldn't individually cut those out. I've got a bit of cheesecloth in here. That shouldn't be here. We have to tea dye that or paint it. Let's get that out. Sorry, guys. So I've got a mishmash of colours of flowers in there. Just chuck that over there. I wouldn't put that one on. No, that's a bit frou-frou for me. I've got some vintage embroidered ones. I've also kept myself a pack of the embroideries that I sent out too. So they're a possibility. I probably wouldn't use that, but I did have some fabrics that I had. I'm not going to use that. That's way too big for what I'm doing. I would embroider over that, but I'm just trying to see. I haven't looked in here for a while, and I just wanted to see if there were any cut out fabric ones. Oh, see, with these I did back them with what's it called, with a heat bond light. Now you don't want, that's a good one. You don't want any other heat bonds other than the light if you're going to be embroidering, because these are really old. I've had these for a really long time. And they're from new fabrics. These were not old fabrics, as you can see how bright they are. But I'm not scared of that because I'm going to be embroidering. It will take forever. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm just pulling them out and placing them down. I had them a really long time ago. So I'm just going to put... You don't want the heat bond heavy because that one is very hard to sew through. You don't want that one. I'll just pull those out. I don't think I'll use them. And I might not use these. I might do other ones. I just want to pull them all out, the ones that I have. As you know, I do fly by the seat of my pants, and I don't always have a clear plan. It just sort of happens. See, that one's not. I actually prefer them not on the heat bond because they're easier to use. But it's going to be a floral delight. It certainly is. I hope so anyway. Let's hope it turns out as the vague vision requests. Oh, there's a bud. I like the bud. Oh, leaves. Might have a leaf. So yeah, I really, as I said, I haven't been in this box forever. I did bring up some oh, here we go. That's a good one to cut out. Now what was this? I can't remember this. This was a quilting fabric. I used to use them for my growth charts that I used to make. I don't think we want any wheat. There's another leaf. I'll keep the leaves out just in case. I want to use those. I'm not in a hurry, so if this takes a long time, that's okay with me. I've got the rest of the month. There's some more leaves. Now we will get cracking in a minute. Just need a few things because these are already cut out, you see, so that's kind of good, isn't it? Oh, yellow, that's good. Oh, that's a nice one. I'll pull out some of those just in case. These were just, see, they're all embroideries that I had cut out. You can see that's a good idea. You could have like a little box like this of things that you've cut out to use. You can just whip them out and create. There's some more leaves. Pull them, just pulling them out just in case, as I keep repeating myself. Very repetitive I am. Another one. Who knew that I had all this stuff in here? I literally have not looked in here for years. Years and years. I'll keep that one out. That's a good size. See, I'm also looking at size, and I'm trying to pull out a variety of colours here. As I said, I might decide to do a mix of the fabric flowers and embroidered. We'll see. Or I might do all fabric flowers. Okay. My wordy lordy, I didn't need to bring up. I've been down searching for ages for flowers, fabrics with flowers, and really, I probably didn't need to. I probably won't use any of those. They're too big. They're not what I'm looking for. That's not too big. I think they're borderline too big. That one's definitely too big. Because we don't want to cover up all the background, do we? Okay, so we'll put those there. I did bring up some of these. I brought this up, but I think this one is going to be too big. I'll just put that in there for the time being. This one has some, I've got more of this. I mean, it's a beautiful fabric, but I have another piece, so that's a possibility. A bigger piece I have. That's nice. And then I have another piece of this one too, but I thought these flowers, these are the sorts of things I'm looking at when I'm looking at the fabrics. I also brought up, I have one of Steffi's pretty backgrounds. This one has lots of flowers that I could cut out. I've got a few of that one printed up. I've already cut into it. So I felt like that could be a possibility. Not that one. I brought up some new fabrics that I have. What, not new, they're old new fabrics. These are early 2000s. I think this is a Rub and Pandolph. I mean, it's very old, probably early, around 2012 or something like that. There's plenty of flowers to cut out in that one. So I'll just keep them here near me just in case. That's another Rub and Pandolph, that one. Probably not so much in that one to cut out, so I'll put that one aside. This one has great flowers to cut out. Great size and leaves. That's another Rub and Pandolph. I think this might be too. They're very old fabrics in the sense that I've had them for a long time. I could easily cut those flowers out. No problemo. I love the colour of that. And then, so don't snob your new fabrics because you can get some lovely flowers in them. Look at these. There's some good ones in there. This is a Japanese fabric, and I think I've already cut some of these flowers out, but they're a good size. Now this is an old fabric, so this is a vintage fabric, but I did like on the edge here. I might cut those out actually, give us a different look. Let's grab some scissors. Yeah, I will cut those out. I wouldn't cut that. I mean, that's just gorgeous. That I wouldn't cut that one out, but the one on the edge, yes, I could even. That one's. I think this one's a little bit too big, so maybe not that one. And then this is another vintage fabric. Plenty of flowers, good size. Maybe cut some leaves out of that, so I'll put that aside. I love this fabric. I've used this fabric before. I probably won't cut those out. And then this is a vintage. I think these are Northern European. If I needed, I could. I thought those flowers were a good size. But anyway, I think I've got plenty to play. And then I thought, even that, cut that out. I'm not mad about the dots on it, but I love this fabric. I would embroider it. But anyway, let's just have a look. So let's just have a play here and see what's going to happen. Oh my goodness, so much. Maybe I should make some piles, and then I'll decide. I'll audition the different, I'm going to make some piles of different things. So I've got leaves there, that would be more leaves, and then put the embroidered ones over there. Just put them into different groups so I can, brighter colours, duller colours, bigger, smaller, that sort of thing, so I can sort of see them better. Maybe I'll just pause you while I sort them out and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back. I just want to have a play with my composition and see, you know, how it might work. I have no idea. I'm just going to put them around and see what happens. I don't know whether I want to go all the way around or just sort of in two parts. Probably more over here. Put her on at an angle, a bit more over there, I think. And then just start slotting in different flowers. I don't know, it's going to look like a bit of a dog's breakfast, I think, for a little bit until I figure it out. I'm actually already kind of liking it, so oh, that's covering all of that writing. I didn't want to cover all of the writing. Put that there like that. Just move it over a bit. Like that. And then I could embroider out. I don't have to have just all these. See, that one's not really going to work because I don't really want to cut that unless I were to put that like that. Something like that. I like these. Might need some yellow up here. Have a yellow down there. Just take that off. It's distracting me for a minute. Have that one in. And then we do need some leaves. I could make my life easier and use some of these already embroidered leaves. Let's cut this one out. I mean, if you're not a confident embroiderer, these vintage embroideries from the, you know, tray cloths and tablecloths and that sort of thing, they are a good resource to have. And that's too much. I don't think I want to go all the way around. I think I'll probably put a limited amount on, embroider those, and then do hand embroidery shooting out as well. I think, you know, I probably don't need much more than that, but I do like this one. Unless I were to put that one there. No, I like the smaller one there. So that's good. The ones that have the heat bond light, I will iron them down. I'm going to invisible stitch her on. So yeah, I will invisible stitch her. I could decide to maybe have something. No, I don't know. I think I'll decide that up. This is what I mean. Like, I do make decisions sort of as I go. I don't necessarily know 100% straight away what's going to happen, because once it's stitched down, attached down, then I can then just say, oh, I might like something up over here, if you know what I mean, but I might not. So this is cute. We haven't got this one anywhere. I don't know. I think I'll decide that afterwards. I've got all these little ones. Maybe put that one in there. I thought it was going to be harder. In there. Oh yeah, that's it. And do we want a little bit of blue coming out here like that? Maybe not. But what I'm going to do now is I'll take a photograph. When I turn the video off, I'll take a photograph. So that will help me remember my composition. And then I can see, I might prefer, so that's that. So that's that one. I'm just going to slide her out because I might prefer this one. I don't know. Let's try this one. I might overwhelm this one. Let's just try. I think that one was up there. This one was here. Just vaguely. Let's just give this one a go and see what we think. I can't remember where that was. No, I think I like, so they, see, this is what I mean, like, have your options. I like her. more than that one. So for me, it's a process of elimination. So I'm going to eliminate that one. And now let's have a look at this one. It doesn't matter about my composition. I'll work it out if I've forgotten how it went. But I might like her. So let's have a look at her. Did I turn the video back on? I'm quite capable of chatting away and not having the video turned on. That could quite easily happen. I don't want to cover I've got it covering the writing again. I need to slide her over a bit. Have that one in maybe like that. Put this one here. That one was like there. Something like that. And I am thinking possibly I prefer my other one, but I'm just going to see. That one there. This. I think I prefer the other lady. Leonardo's lady. Yeah, I think I'll do Leonardo's lady. So what I'll do is I'll put her back in place, and I didn't even end up cutting those out. I didn't need those. I think I'll just use the ones I've already got cut out. I'm going to, I like the colour of that one. Oh yes, I like that. I'm going to add that one. And do I need a bud? Possibly. Okay. So what you can do too, if you're not sure, take a photo. Oh, we might need a darker colour there. I'm going to play around with it, but take a photograph. I'll put this one back in. Take a photograph, and then you can also see better your composition. So I might take a photograph with my iPad so that way you can see what it looks like. I probably won't use these, although, you know, I could add something up there. I haven't decided. I actually quite like that as far as colours. And I am going to do a bit of embroidery there. As I said, I'm going to do a bit in here as well. So I'm putting her back. I've decided. See, I knew the flowers would help me decide. And I'm going to put her back, take a photograph, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I've done 3 photographs. So oh, sorry about the ring light. I'll just move that out of the way for a second. So this is the first photograph, this option. Then I did this photograph without that bit there. But I feel like down here needs something. And then I did this photograph with that flower and that, and I think I like that. I think I do. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. So what I'm going to do now is put away all the flowers around my thing. I'm going to invisible stitch on the lady here. I can stitch down that, and then I'll keep my flowers in 2 groups, so top and bottom, so that way I can find them again. And then I will refer to my image here and put them back once she's stitched down. And then some of them have the heat bond on the back, most of the flowers except for a couple. So I'll turn the iron on, peel the paper off, and then you turn the iron on and you just press it, and they will stick down. And then I'll have to stitch those on because they don't have heat bond on them. And I'm just going to do an overcast stitch around each flower to hold it all on, and then I'm going to start doing the embroidery. So I will see you again soon. Oh, I closed the picture, my iPad, thinking I turned you off, so I'm turning you off now. So I'm back. I stitched this down with the, is that in focus? Let me just tap it. Invisible stitch, so I like it because it's not puckery and it has sort of quilted sort of look. I did overcast stitch here around these edges because some of those might be exposed. They might not have flowers covering them. I've got my image up here, and I'm just going to place my flowers more or less where they were in that image. And I don't know if I'm going to add anything or not yet. I need that. I'm going to peel off the paper because I've turned my iron on. I've taken the steam off. You don't have your steam on normally, if I remember correctly, with the heat bond. This I think should be down a bit, and then I will be, no, it's down further. I've got them up higher here, so I need to have them down further. Not covering her so much. Wrong spot. Over further. Like that. A bit more like that. Yes, that's it. And that. Okay. And then I was going to put this one on. So that one, I think I'm going to have it just under there a bit. Hopefully I don't melt that, because that generally does not, this does not have any heat bond on it. But if I just tuck it under there a little bit, it'll glue down. They have heat bond. That one's to go in that spot. I might have things in the wrong spot, so I'll just see when I put down my big flower. That flower was going in a different direction. Let's just put this one on first. Like so, more or less. And then that one slots. That one needs to come down there, and that one slots in there. Like that. And I can put little knots in that gap there. I'm liking that. I might just move this one a little bit. No, not like that. Like that. Okay, so let's just try the iron. Just going to put some, is it hot? Oh, it's not even that hot, but put it up higher. Okay, it needs to be a bit hotter. I've turned, as I said, I did turn the steam off. So I'll hold that down and see what happens. See, they're sticking. That one's not. Move the iPad out of the way. Oh, there we go. Doesn't matter if these ones are not sticking too much. Well, they're not sticking because they don't have it, so I might have to put a pin in there. I'm just going to be careful not to go too much on there. That's enough. Okay, that's enough there. So then I'm just going to grab a pin and pin this, because this one doesn't have any of the heat stuff, and I'll pin that so that stays there. They don't have to be perfectly ironed down. Just enough to hold them. And then I'm going to, as I said, overcast over the edge. And then I'll be doing embroidery, so that'll all disappear. So now I need to place, you probably can't see. Oh, I did stitch that around the edge as well. I'm going to place these ones. So let's see, we had this about here. And that one about there. Now these don't have heat bond, so I'll have to pin those. This does. Heat bond light. So that one's going to go there. It does like that, and then that one I'll just slot in here. So when I iron that, that'll stay down. And then I had this one. I'll have that coming over the top. A little bit. And then I had these leaves. Yes, I'm liking that. Doesn't it make a difference? Like even with them ironed down and attached, it just looks so different. Now my thoughts are they will be heavily embroidered, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'll just move the eye. It's pretty similar to what I had on the, oh, I forgot that one. Okay, excuse me. I knew I felt like I was missing something. Okay. Okay, you want the sticky bit to stay there. And I don't think I'll be able to peel that up because it was meant to tuck under, so I'll just put it flush with that. That'll be okay. A bit like that. It was supposed to tuck under, you see, and I forgot it. And I see that's how strong it is. Maybe see if I can pull it up. I don't, oh yes I can. Just. Okay, lucky. So I want that to go under there. That's better. like so. Okay, good. So now we can start ironing down these. And then those ones I'll pin. Yeah, it's looking good. That one's not going down. So you have to sort of leave it on there for a little bit to get them to the glue to melt and stick. Now, if you were to wash it, then the glue disappears and they're not sticking. Did I take the paper off? I think I did. They won't stick if there's paper there. They're not sticking. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry, guys. Shaking you. I forget that the thing is on the table. Well, they're not sticking so well. No, there's no paper there, so they should be. Unless my thing's come out. No, it hasn't. Come on. It doesn't matter if they don't stick. I'll just pin them. Okay, well, they're not sticking so well, those ones. They might, I mean, as I said before, they have been there for a very long time. So the heat bond could not be working for some reason. Do I want another leaf over there? I think I might. Or do I want one down there? Oh, it's nice down there too. Do I have any more leaves? Any more leaves flying around? Only big ones. Do I want a big one? No. Now, let me see if I'd like that one there or maybe up there. Just trying to decide, guys. I think I like it more down there. Take the paper off. Turn the iron back on. Let's see if we can get those to go down. Cheeky monkeys. Put that one there. Don't need the iPad anymore. Turn that off. That one went. I don't understand why these ones are not. Oh, it is now. Oh, there we go. A bit better. Okay, so turn that off and pin the others. So I'll put a pin in there just in case. And then I will stitch them around them, and oh, that one didn't stick, so I'll put a pin in there. And I'm just going to do an overcast stitch. I'll just show you quickly what I mean in case. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Sarah did that, but let's just quickly do a little bit. And that way you can see what I mean. I don't want a needle that's too thick. Okay, they're just sewing needles. They're nothing special or flash or anything like that. So I'll work on one of these that's not attached at all. So if you didn't have heat bond on, work on the one that's on top, because then it'll hold down a little bit the one underneath. So to do your overcast, you're just coming over the edge, but you don't want to go, I know Sarah told everyone this, you don't want to go too close to the edge because it might fray. So you need to come in a couple of millimeters. In the land of inch, I'm not sure what that is. So I'm just going to go around the edge and stitch everything, anchor everything down really. And that way I can freely embroider without worrying about things popping off. It was a big stitch, but I'm going to embroider there, so it doesn't matter. So I did procrastinate a little bit this week about what I wanted to do, because there are so many possibilities with fancy flowers. There's so many different ways you could approach the prompt, and so many ways that people are approaching the prompt. Some great things out there. Some dimensional flowers, lots of wonderful embroidery. You know, I fancied doing like something fully embroidered as well. So I was in a few, you know, or doing some dimensional sort of flowers, or, I mean, so many possibilities. I'm curious to see what this will look like next to the Rabby. I could decide, if I were to have time, I don't know if I will, because this is going to take a while to do. I could decide to do another one and maybe skip a page and have the two florals near each other, and then put something else next to the bunny. You don't have to put your pages in order if you don't want to. You might want to be chronological, but you don't have to. Like, you could, if two pages don't go together, or if you do two blocks and you want them near each other, you could decide to skip a page and put the two blocks near each other, and then the next week, put the next month, sorry, put the next prompt on the page that you skipped. So I'm going to do that with every single flower. I like everything to be anchored down before I start working on it. And also, I find it a very relaxing step. I feel like I'm achieving something. And it's kind of mindless. You don't have to, you know, you're not creating really. You're just doing some of the technical work on it. And I kind of sit and think. I look at it I contemplate it while I'm doing it, which is what I like. I sort of look at it and ideas pop in my head. That might be forgotten then when I come to embellishing, but if it's a really good idea, I might write it down so I don't forget. You can see how handy having the heat bond is, even though it's another layer you have to stitch through. It is handy having it because you don't get tangled on the pins. And then in the next video, I will, next week, we'll be showing you the embroidery, how I'm going to start doing the embroidery on the flowers. So I said I was going to do a video with the tea dyeing, so I think I'll do that separately. And so that'll come, it might not be out on Wednesday, but I might publish it on Thursday. I'll just have to tell my sister. And the other thing I might show you, I don't know whether I'll attach it to this video, I might, is how I printed on the fabric. Now, you're going to need a printer that will print on fabric. My HP, I don't think my model's even available anymore, so you're just going to have to, I bought a middle of the range sort of HP. It was on Amazon. It was on sale. I think it was regularly maybe €200, and I got it for like 160. And I had returned my Epson. I had the lowest model Epson Eco Tank, and it broke within 6 months. And so they had refunded that money, and I used it. I added like €30 more or something, and I got the HP, and I like HP more than my Epson one. It prints better, and it does take different types of fabrics, papers and fabrics. It wasn't very happy with me today. I did have to mess about with it and thing because it didn't like taking it. It got sick of taking the fabric. I printed out a few things. But I think I'll attach it at the end. I won't show you me printing because that you don't need that, but I'll just show you my fabric attached to the paper so you can see what I mean. So it'll be very quick. It'll be a couple of minutes. But what I'm saying is, if you've got an Epson Eco Tank, you're not going to be printing on fabric because they don't like it. unless you've got a different type of eco tank. But the ones that I've heard of, they don't print on fabric, but my HP does. So, and I don't know about other printers. So if you're brave enough, you can try it. But I'm not going to be held responsible for printers going bananas because you put paper through them. So there we go. That was a long spiel. Okay. All right. So I'll go down and attach my fabric to the paper, and then I will come up and show you what I do to then print on the fabric. Right. So, I'll see you in a minute. Hi guys, I'm back. I've been out to pick up Lulu, and I thought I would just quickly, before the sun comes round and then I can't video anymore, I thought I might show you what I do with the printing on the fabric. So let's just move this out of the way. So basically this is a piece of cardstock. I think it was like 160 GSM, and I just put a removable spray glue, on it, and you can use it multiple times, and then you just trim flush with the paper the edges. Now you don't want any fabric overhanging, well, as little as possible overhanging the paper, and you don't want any threads like that. So when I'm thinking about types of fabric to use, this is a hemp, but it's not a coarse hemp. So it won't print as well if it's on something that's really coarse, like a burlap or something like that, or a really coarse linen. That would not be good. You want something that's a bit of a tighter weave. So you can just see I'm trimming it. I don't want any fluffy bits. I won't show you me feeding it into my printer. My printer takes the paper face down, so fabric down, and then I'll just show you in a sec, just cut that off. So my printer, I've accidentally trimmed the paper too. My printer takes it face down, so it pulls the paper up that way and it prints on that side like that. And then what you need to do is just make sure you don't want any bits of anything on it, and just flatten it out. Make sure it's all stuck down. And then feed it through your printer. And that is it. It's as simple as that. So maybe I'll go down and print on this one, and then I'll come back and show you what I printed. Sometimes it doesn't stick as well. I mean, I sprayed this. I probably printed about 5 things already on this with one spray. Sometimes it gathers up, and you will get a crease and it'll be marked. It won't be a perfect print, but I don't worry about it too much. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, just came up the stairs. So I've had an issue. This wasn't stuck down so well, and it folded over and printed on that side, but that's not a problem. I printed it on hemp anyway, so it's not the end of the day. And I printed up one of the pages from my ephemera kit number 3, and then I'll just cut those out, and they just peel off. Look. And there's no sticky residue on the back of the fabric, and it's wonderful. Okay, so this is still tacky, but if I decide to do more printing, I would need to, sorry, I'm out of breath, I would need to put more spray on it. 2 other observations is when you click to print, I chose thick paper or cardstock, heavy paper, whatever yours says, because mine's in Italian. And then I also don't print draft, I print high quality, because otherwise you're going to get very faded out images. And I'll just show you the other, that's ephemera kit 3. These are some things, I don't think I've got these in kits yet, but these are just some things that I printed out this morning that I might have fun playing with. Some of the communion cards, some of these little, I don't know if they were advertising or chocolate. That one I haven't cut out yet. This one, that postcard, that's in a kit. That's in one of my older ephemera kits. That's a beautiful Marie Antoinette. I was tempted to use her. This one, that one. Yep, so you just have to give your print. See, that one got it got a crease in it, but it's hard. I mean, it's not that bad. It's a bit dirty, and that didn't get printed on, but it's not that bad. And here as well, but I don't worry about that. So there you go. So that is printing on fabric. I'm going to continue stitching down my flowers, and then the next video will be starting the embellishing. I'm going to do a little bit of this as well, I think. And yeah, I'm very excited with how this is turning out. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.